Okay, great. All right, you ready?
Always ready.
Ah, all right, everybody. Welcome to SlapSon. We got the Queen in the building, all the way from Scotland. It's late at night. It doesn't matter because we're going to crack open a bottle of wine and talk our feelings, talk about life. Oh, she's got it. And check it out. Robyn, I'm a man of my word. I got mine right here. There's the glass. There's the bottle. There's the glass. What's up, everybody? Let's do this. Everyone, show some love for Robyn.
Hello.
Hello. Hey, let's start this off properly, shall we?
Oh yeah.
Yes, here we go.
What have you got?
We
White
were
wine.
DMing. We were DMing, and we said we'd bring our glasses of wine.
It's like well, it's nearly 8 o'clock here, so and
Well,
I'm flying tomorrow. I'm flying out tomorrow, so I've done most of my packing all day, so I'm tired. I need a glass of wine.
I love it. Well, it's like afternoon drinking here, so let's cheers to the camera. Ready?
Cheers.
Cheers! All right. God bless Slap.
I know. So I've just had my glass of wine, and I've had a chippy. Do you know what a chippy is?
I don't. I don't.
So I got chips. Like you like, it's just like fish
Oh, nice.
chippy.
I'm not as. I wish I was you. I just did this stupid protein drink.
I am on a weight cut, but YOLO. Fuck
No
yeah.
one's no one's gonna see this. You're fine.
Am I allowed to swear?
Oh, you can do whatever you want.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's good.
This is 100% uncensored, baby. So we're good.
Okay.
Um,
You know the Scottish swear word, the favourite swear word for the Scottish.
Tell me,
Americans hate it. They think it's so bad.
is it cunt?
It's cunt. We are. Yeah, he's a good cunt. Like you call it. You mean it's a good word. So he's a good cunt. He's a good cunt. I love him. You mean it's an
Yeah,
everyday word.
yeah. Yeah. Our cunt is fuck. We
Yeah.
say, yeah,
Uh,
everything's, oh, that fucking girl, that, oh, she's so fucking, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because we've got like obviously differences. I'm so scared that they're going to turn around to me and say, "Oh, like take your pants off," because that means a different. That means something completely different in Scotland than it does in America. If I take my pants off, I'm asking for a lot more money. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's straight cash. We don't do crypto for that.
No. So weird. You call trousers pants. That's weird. And
Yeah, we call
fanny's another one.
Fanny. Yeah.
Yeah,
Does
yeah,
Fanny mean what I think it means?
yeah. It means cunt.
I love it. Well, speaking of all that, pants dropping, cunt, fanny, everything like that. I
All of
can't
it.
lie to you. I got to tell you the truth. You just showed up on my feed looking very sexy in a black swimsuit. And when I clicked on it, I thought, oh, she's in the slap game. We got to get this girl on the pod.
Okay. Oh no, wacky! I did a photo shoot because I hate getting my photo taken. Like hate it. If you actually look at my Instagram, there's only pictures of me doing that photo shoot and one of my fights and stuff or fighting because I hate getting my photo taken. And I'm like, I'm not nervous to get slapped. I'm nervous for all the media and stuff. Like that's like, like I've
That,
had half a bottle of wine, so I'm fine now. But
so we're okay now.
we're fine now. But
Isn't that interesting, though, how that makes you uncomfortable, but being in front of so many people in like such a specific violent thing doesn't? From movie to slap.
yeah, like the people watching is the only thing that makes me scared. Like getting slaps, like it's fine. Like it's like you mean I can take a punch, I can take a slap, and if I get knocked out, I get knocked out. Who cares? But it's just like it's not like everybody watching me get knocked out. It's just people watching in general, and just the media and people taking my photo. So I have to get my photo taken out there, and I'm like, that's all I can think about is oh my photo, no.
Well, for what it's worth, you do the photo thing just fine. It's doing okay.
Photoshop's lovely, isn't it? I love it. Photoshop.
I don't know. There's no Photoshop going on now, and it's okay. You know what I mean?
Like the filter on.
I love it. I got to ask because when so we put together the interview pretty quick, and thank you so much for coming on. We love it.
Right.
But I didn't have a shitload of time to research, and so I did. I looked on your Instagram, did a little Google, but it seems as though you've been training a long time, you've been in the game a long time, but you've only had like a few fights in movies or kickboxing.
I've only been doing Muay Thai for 2 years. I started Muay Thai just before I turned 30. Before that, I done a wee bit CrossFit. I've always went to the gym and stuff. But yeah, just before I turned 30, I have two kids, and I was like, I actually knew my coach the guy who's now my coach, I knew him because he worked with my ex-boyfriend years and years ago on the doors, like security. And so I've had him on Facebook, and he had a gym in Edinburgh, and they said they're opening one up next to me. I was like, oh, I'm going to do that. And because I was a stay-home mum, my kids were at school and nursery, I just lived in the gym. So even though I've only done it for like 2 years, it was like 5 hours a day solid just training. So,
Dude, I love that. So you got it, and it got you from jump.
yeah, I was just like, I'll do it. And then I'm just game. Like, I'm just up for it. Like, I've had like one Muay Thai actual fights, and then it's like I went out and done slap with the slap fighting championships. And I was like, it was just me and 8 bare knuckle boxers, just because it was like, and I'm just like, I'm just sitting there in this van, like this wee truck, going like, yous are all crazy, and I'm just stupid, and I'm like, why am I here? What's going on? And I'm just like, I'll do it. It'll be fun. I think I just
I'm
like,
game.
I'm game. I think I just like upsetting my mum. I think I just like making her stress. How can I wind up
I
my
mean,
mum?
so does mom watch some of the fights or no?
No.
No, no.
My mum can't even watch like Game of Thrones. She panics, and that's acting. You know what I mean? So she's got no chance watching me. Like so, and my kids don't
Oh,
care. My kids have like other kids at their school. Their parents have showed them a fight and everything. And look, that's so cool. My kids are like, and next Minecraft.
next.
You know what I mean?
Man, so you're ready. You're ready to go.
I'm just stupid, eh? I'm just daft. I've just got, know what? I always say I would just do anything but get a real job.
Oh, you just, I think I just fell in love with you. I love
I'm
that.
like, because my mum panics about it and she goes, obviously it's dangerous, it's dangerous. I'm like, but mum, I could sit in an office and just be so depressed and so miserable and working for somebody and that I hate and just full of bitter people and or I could go get a couple of slaps in the face, but I get to go to Abu Dhabi, I get to go and travel, I get to meet people from all around the world, I get to do fun stuff like come on podcasts and or you mean it's like it's a no-brainer for me. I have no brain, so everything's a no-brainer. But here we are.
I love I love you. Yeah, no, I totally agree though, especially like nowadays. One, you can do what you want. So
Yeah.
just go for it. I love that so much. Like you can literally make a living, slapping people or doing a podcast or just it's just I love that. You don't need to be in such a cave
Box.
anymore.
Yeah, it's not like office job, retail. That it's like, and I think as well, it's like I want to show my kids that you do what you want, and I think as well, it's so easy just to do what everybody expects you to do because everybody in my life is against me. All the guys in my gym, all like my mum, my dad, they don't want me to do this. They'll let me and they'll like encourage me because I'm going to do it, but none of them want me to do it. And it's so easy for me to say, okay, I won't do it because I don't want to hurt people's feelings. And the last fight I went to, I had to let people down in certain things, and because I had stuff planned, it was quite last minute. But I was like, no, what? Like, I can't live my life making everybody else happy. I've just got to do stupid, crazy things that make me happy, and just everybody else just has to live with that.
No, I love that. And actually, in a lot of ways, every major story or every major accomplishment that you hear about always starts with people saying don't do it or they're negative.
Hmm.
So I would say you're on the right path 100.
Yeah, because I'm like to my mum, was like, you'd be so buzzing if I was like, oh, I'm going to go and jump out of a plane and do parachuting, and my big brother done that. She's all about that. That's great. I'm like, and like like I know there's danger in getting slapped. There's always going to be danger, but like I had we went down to Muay Thai event that last weekend, and some of the boys in my gym had 3 fights within an hour and a half. And they were
Whoa.
one of the boys, and he was absolutely done. He had like concussion. He was like this, and I'm like, you actually paid £30 to be part of that. You know what I mean? To me, like, and then you're giving me a row for going to get slapped. I'm like, I'm going out to Abu Dhabi. I'm getting a free holiday. I'll do anything for a free holiday.
Oh,
Anything.
100%. And yeah, this is how I look at it, right? Like, I don't drink Coca-Cola. I just don't like it. But
Yeah,
they're doing fine. They don't give a shit about me.
yeah,
Slap and what you're doing. Oh, it's okay for them to pay and get their head beat in, but you get to be flown to Abu Dhabi and be treated better and make money and you're hating on that? Nah, go away. See you
yeah.
later.
I'm just like, it's going to be fun, and it's an experience that, like, you can't pay for that kind of experience. You can't go and just go to Abu Dhabi and meet Dana White and do all that. It's not something like you actually have to participate to actually get the benefit of it. And yeah, it's an absolutely crazy sport. It is wild. You're standing there and just having somebody, especially somebody like Jackie. She's a big girl. She's scary, big muscles and that. But I'll stand in. I'll take it. But at the end of the day, no matter what, I've went and done something for myself, by myself. Like, I'm traveling to Abu Dhabi by myself, not knowing anybody out there. I'm like, what? You mean, like, most people wouldn't do that. So at the end of the day, I'm proud of myself. So.
No, I love that. And speaking of Jackie, how do you even begin to prep for someone you've never faced before?
And the thing is, yeah, well, as well. So I've never obviously faced her. I've never met her. I know a wee bit about her from Instagram and stuff, but I also, I'm literally just sitting right now on my TV watching the Road to the Champion thing.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
great. That show's great.
Yeah, so I've just started watching that because I obviously done a slap competition in Dubai in May, but the production was rubbish. They keep changing the rules, and there was like the table was too wide. My opponent changed about 6 times, and it was like, and then we came back, and I never really thought about it. And then I'd messaged Power Slap saying I've had a slap comp. I'd love to do it again, and I think I was just in the right place at the right time to get Jackie and to get on the show. And I'm like, yeah, I'll do it, but I don't really know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm just showing up and just hoping for the best. I'm watching this a wee bit, trying to learn a little bit. I know of Darren Godfrey, who's going to be there.
Oh, Godfrey's great. We spoke to him.
Yeah. So I've got a bare knuckle fight in December, and I went out with all the bare knuckle boys out in Dubai, and so I know a lot of the bare knuckle guys, and they know him. So they have told him he's to look out for me, watch out for me, make sure I'm okay, and that. But
No, that's great. That bare knuckles kind of taken up too, yeah?
yeah, that's got really big, and that's another thing my mum and dad hate. Why would you do that? Why? Even the guys in my gym like hate it as well. I'm like, it's fun. Why would I not want to do it? You know, it's at the end of the day, it's like I get knocked out doing Muay Thai with 10-ounce gloves. I get knocked out bare knuckle. Either way, you're getting knocked out. Just enjoy it. You know what I mean?
No, I mean, no, honestly, right? Like at the end of the day, the result could be the same or it
Yeah.
could not. So you might as well go out and approach it like you would anything else.
Exactly. And I think the thing is as well, obviously, is especially being a woman in these sports, slap and bare knuckle, there's not many girls who are doing it. So
No.
it's the best time to do it because it's like, it's the easiest to get elevated and to get higher in the sport. Because I go into Muay Thai, even though obviously that's still a male dominated sport, I'm still just getting lost in the crowd. You know what I mean? There's like loads and loads of girls who do it. You're never, I'm 30, nearly 32-year old. I ain't getting to one championship. I ain't getting on like UFC. You know what I mean? So I like I like sport. I like hitting. I like doing stuff like that. I like that. So there's these slap and bare knuckle are the two sports where I could actually like thrive in and stuff because it's a really good time for women. And obviously we want more girls in all these sports, but this is just like a really good time to get into it.
No, you know what? I agree with you. I think you already have that mentality of like, oh, hey, this is growing like crazy, these couple of sports, and you've
Yeah.
already got the personality, you've already got the right attitude. So I agree with you. You could have a really fun next couple of years.
Yeah. I know, but before I get over the hill and I'm too old and then
I don't
I
know,
get me
man.
slapped too much and I'm like,
Hey, you
but
can't be talking age too. I'm 43, girl, so you're doing better than me.
men age better though, don't they?
I don't know, man. I've seen some rough dudes.
I know, but that's the thing. That's what's funny about like my mum. I'm trying to explain to her like about this and stuff, but my mum doesn't know what the UFC is. She doesn't know who Dana White is. She doesn't understand it. So to her, it's just like my dad was sitting there going, "If anything, like you should have a secret code to text us in case you get kidnapped." I'm like, it's literally it's a UFC like travel and everything that are flying me out. It's like I'm like there's going to be a lot of security and there's like it's a big production. I'm not going to some dodgy like weird place. I'm going to like a very nice hotel in the middle of Abu Dhabi. I'm not going to some dodgy like basement of somebody's house to slap somebody. They don't understand how big it is, you know what I mean? So they're like literally thinking I'm going to get kidnapped. So
Dude, I love that. So have you shown them the social media and things, and they just don't even care?
I do not want to show my mum or dad any of the videos of people getting slapped, I'm like trying to sort of go, when I done the first one, because it was Eddie Hall, do you know the strongman?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
So it was with Eddie Hall that this show was on, and it was in Dubai, and he was there. And I'm like to my mum, I'm like, it's Eddie Hall, it's a strongman. It's not like a real. It's just a bit of fun. It's not like a proper, like, you know what I mean. And my first opponent was a UFC fighter who had face tattoos. Like I've got the me v's her, and she looks terrifying. But luckily her visa never came through. I think I manifested that one, like. And then, so like
Someone's listening up there for you.
yeah, we're looking out from there. You mean Jackie might get a sore hand or something, you know? But like, so I was trying to play it down big time, going, it's not like, you mean, it's Eddie Hall, it's just a bit fun, it's just like, you know, I'm trying to play it right down. And all the boys, like, because the boys in math, they were my team, all the English boys, and my one Scottish guy was with us. Like, most of them got knocked out. Like, me and my other, like, the other Scottish boy, we were the only ones who won. But then our boy Danny, do you know Zales? The big Polish guy who killed someone doing power
Oh,
slap,
I didn't. I think I heard whispers of that.
doing slap, yeah. So he was there, and he was 60 kg. I don't know what that is in pounds because these are weird. 60 kg heavier than our boy, and I couldn't watch. I couldn't watch. I was like this. I was like on about crying, and our boy took it, and there was a draw. And I was like, you mean? And he was sick, and like that's the thing about power slap. They would never let somebody who's 60 kg heavier like fight each other. You know what I mean? It was not a good production, but so I mean, we need to do an America vs the UK. I'll bring my boys. My boys were good. They all held their own. These bare knuckle boxers had no idea what they were doing.
No,
Like
that I.
it was against the Polish champions, and they had all like one of the boys had like belts and everything, and we were all in the same hotel, and they were all practicing slapping, and we were all just jumping in the pool and they were mucking about and that, and they were like, these boys, no chance of that, and our boys they just have heart. You mean you can't be a bare knuckle boxer and not be able to take it, you know what I mean?
No, not at all. No, the bare knuckle guys and gals, they're some of the biggest savages in the game, man. And
Yeah.
you're right. Like one of the good things, like there has been some frustration with slap as far as the rules changing all the time. But I think it's important to keep in perspective. Like what you're saying is, okay, right, but that's good for the sport to keep evolving so quickly, and you're not going to get such a tent pole match where some guy outweighs him by 60 kg. I mean, it's safer than that.
Yeah. Definitely, and I love like when we done that one. You look at Eddie Hall; he posted it on his Instagram. Like we're going out to Dubai, do a slap comp, and even if you look at Power Slap and you look at the comments, it's always full of people going, "These people are idiots! Like this is just brain damage! Like why would you do this?" And I'm like, it's just constant. There's so much hate for the sport. You know what I mean?
No, there is, but again, people still they had that hate for everything,
Mm,
right? And how you get over it is you just let it do its thing, whether it's
yeah.
boxing, MMA, or slap, and then eventually people will start buying tickets and getting excited.
Yeah. Because people are like, oh, you're standing there and you're taking a slap and you can't defend yourself and stuff. And it's like, oh, you're going to get brain damage, you're going to get brain damage. But like, you're fighting MMA with 4 ounce gloves and you're up against, like, you're on the ground, you're up against, like, the octagon and that, and somebody's pummeling you in the head, which happens all the time, just pummeling you in the head. That's just the same. It's like martial arts or martial arts. You get kicked in the head in Muay Thai, get knocked out, it is what it is, you know what I mean? But it's entertainment, it's fun, and the thing is, we're all consensual adults, you know what I mean? So let us be daft, let us get brain damage, you know what I mean? What's a bit
Yeah,
brain damage between friends, you know what I mean?
no, I totally get it. Like, yeah, you're an adult. Let me do what I want, and it looks brutal, and it is. But statistically, okay, 3 slaps to the chin or 75 ground and pounds to the brain in one
Yeah,
round. And then you got to do
exactly.
another one. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's the thing I always get, especially with bare knuckle. Like you say to people, "Oh, go do bare knuckle." It's always boys because I mean girls are different, but boys, you go do bare knuckle. Oh, not why? That's nuts. That's nuts. I'm like, but you were out last weekend and you got in a fight. You were bare knuckling in the street, which is so much more dangerous. You've not got somebody who's going to stop it. You've not got like medical teams. You've not got weight classes. You have not got all that. You're just going up against somebody who you don't know, and you have no idea what their experience is on the street, and you think that's okay. But getting in a ring with somebody under like rules and regulations with safety is wild. You know what I mean? I'm like,
Yeah, it's backwards. They're just knuckleheads, man. They don't know, man. They honestly, don't you think, Robin, it comes down to they're just kind of jealous because you're getting notoriety and people are talking about you, stuff like that?
yeah, no, yeah, you definitely get people that are just a bit bitter about things, but I just want to have fun. I'm just here to have fun, and I just want to do stupid shit while I'm still young enough. I think I'm having a midlife crisis.
Hey, it's a fun one, like you said.
Anyway, I could like take up knitting, or I could take up slapping, and it's like, I mean, either
Yeah,
one.
one pays me and treats me well, and the other
Yeah.
one's just nothing.
And knowing me, if I started knitting, I'd end up impaling myself with the knitting needle anyway. So probably more danger. I'm probably actually like less risky doing slap than I am doing knitting.
Yeah, it keeps you focused.
Yeah, I fell asleep in primary four, maybe like when I was like 8 or something. I fell asleep in class and I'm sitting there with my pencil in my hand and I go, and I impaled the lead into my head. So, you know,
What?
yeah. And I had a bit of lead in my head for years. You could see the wee grey spot for like literally like 10 years after. So,
Holy moly. It was manifesting your future.
yeah. So it's like getting me ready. It was conditioning. You know what I mean? Conditioning.
That's right. So you got so I think you said you have a couple of kids?
I have 2 kids.
Boys, girls?
I've got a boy, he's 7. I've got really American names for my children. I didn't mean it. So my wee boy, he's called Colton.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then my wee girl, which I think might sound weird to you, my wee girl's called Denver, which I think
Denver.
is more a boy's name in America, is Denver.
Yeah.
But I'm a really big John Denver fan. Like I've got
I did not see that coming.
got John
We're,
Denver tattooed to my leg.
oh my gosh.
I've got Bob Dylan too, but I wouldn't call my daughter Bob. So
Oh, I love it. I love it. Yeah, I've
yeah.
got John Denver. Wow, I was not expecting that. How'd you get introduced to him?
My mum used to listen. So my mum used to listen to John Denver when I was like, like a Saturday morning. She'd do the housework. She'd always have John Denver and Doctor Hook on, and they're like 2 of my favorite people.
Holy cow, that's awesome. That's great. My dad was a massive John Denver fan. Like, so I know where you're coming from. I heard it all growing up.
I've watched like these got like films. There's like films like about his life and stuff, and that like it's Rob Lowe, Chad Lowe, his like Rob Lowe's brothers plays him and stuff, and like I just love him. I just think I mean I've got a few like lyrics and stuff from John Denver, but yeah, so it's like everybody sort of meets me and I'm like, oh, I love John Denver.
I love that. Yeah, I've got all growing up. So I'm the youngest in my family. I'm the youngest of 3 sisters. So I have 3 older sisters.
Ooh,
So
yeah.
growing up, I always wanted to have a daughter and, do all that. And sure enough, I've got 3 boys, man. I make boys.
I know. Well, you put up my story, and there was about 10 boys in your house. I'm like, has he got that many kids?
Yeah, it's on purpose, right? So my oldest is graduating high school this year. He's 18. And then my middle kid who helped us get into this whole slap game.
Yes, that's my
Um,
video.
he's 15. And then that story, my youngest kid, he's kind of a troublemaker. So, uh, when he says he wants to have friends over, I always say yes because I know where he is and I know what they're doing.
Yeah, definitely. I know you want
So
to be
you,
that. You want to be that parent. I always said that. I want to be the parent that my kids' friends come to my house, so then you sort of know where they are, you know what they're doing. But yeah. But then I've just actually moved into a new house because I was actually homeless. So when I went out to do my first slap in May, I was in a homeless shelter with my kids, and that. So
no,
like,
Robin.
yeah, I've had a bit of a weird year this year. So my ex-husband is lovely, no badness to my ex, like he's like me and him are good friends, but he was a tattoo artist and he tattooed like like Machine Gun Kelly and like Millie Bobby Brown from Stranger Things and stuff, but it's just not very good with money, right? Bought loads
Right.
of stuff that maybe we shouldn't have bought. So we just were friends, and I was getting to the point where I was like, I'm not happy, I'm in this like friendship relationship and I need more, and it's not fair on him. But then I left. But I was a stay-at-home mum, and I hadn't worked in years. And then I was just like, but I needed to leave. I needed to leave, and I was just like, okay, I'm going to leave. And I was just like, I've got no money. I've got no saving, and because we were renting a house, we didn't have like a mortgage, so I didn't get like any money from the house. I didn't have much in that. So then I'm like, oh, I had to go to like what we got the civic centre was like the government basically building and go like I'm homeless. So me and my kids got put in like a homeless shelter. And then I got a temporary house, and now I've got this house. But this house has got loads of problems. I'm having problems with damp and everything. So it's always fun. It's fun.
Wow, you are, dude. Well, I can tell you this. Those kids look at you and they're going to see the best example of life. And that's fact.
Mm.
Because the heart it was going on and it's still, doing that. But you said, fuck it. I'm going to do this and I'm going to take care of you guys. And dude, that is unbelievable. I applaud that so much.
Yeah. Like I loved being in the homeless shelter because it was like it was like so like you sort of like had all this like weight on you because obviously I wanted to leave and I didn't know what I was going to do in life, but it was just sort of this sort of break where I didn't have to worry about anything because it was nice. It wasn't like my kids weren't in any danger or anything. I was like to my kids, we're going on holiday, we're going to this hotel, it's a holiday, and I had them stay at my mum's and their dad's house as much as possible, so they didn't have to spend too much time there. I took my wine fridge and everything, right? I'm showing up to this homeless shelter, driving my ex's car. He had a Tesla, so I'm driving up in the
Oh, God.
Tesla with my wine fridge. I'm like, I'm going to be bougie homeless, okay? I'm not being like, if I'm going to be homeless, do it in a way. So I was like, so showing up, but it was like, it wasn't, I had no problems in it whatsoever and stuff, so it was fine, but it was,
I love
yeah.
that term. That's your next t-shirt, Robin, is bougie homeless with a middle finger up like that.
Yeah, exactly. If you're gonna be homeless, do it in like the best way.
We spoke with, his name's Raiden. Um, and he had a similar story. It's,
Mm.
oh man, everyone's got a story and I love it. It's so fascinating. He got the phone call to go do Slap the show while he was homeless, living in an actual closet in an abandoned house.
Yeah.
And they said, okay, you got to get to the airport, whatever. And that's when he told them, hey, this is my situation. And
Mm.
dude, they were so great. They said, don't worry about it. We got your plane ticket. We're going to take care of you. And that's that. And I love the stories of people just not giving up. You know what I mean? You got one life. Let's
Yeah.
crush it, you know?
Yeah. Well, that's my thing as well. Like I say, like if people ask me, like, why are you doing this, like and stuff, and it's like as we talked about earlier about getting a real job and stuff like that. But it's also because I was a stay-home mum, and my ex was a tattooist. Which, like, I mean, I knew Eddie Hall. I met him because my ex used to tattoo for, and the Eddie Hall and Thor had a big boxing match. So we went out to Dubai to watch their like with Thor, like we were part of his team to go out to watch the fight because my ex husband tattooed him. So then we met this guy called Don Idris. He's like this wee American guy with one eye. He's the funniest guy. I think he owns Core Sports out in Dubai,
Okay.
and they put on like arm wrestling and boxing matches. So it was him that actually put up on Instagram that they're looking for girls to come out to do the slap. So that's how I actually got it. And then when I met Eddie at the slap, I was like, oh, I actually came out to be on the opposite team, but I was out to watch your boxing match and stuff. So like, but that's the thing. So everything I'd done, we went out to LA and met up with Machine Gun Kelly's band and stuff. So and we went to Millie Bobby Brown from Stranger Things. We went to her 18th birthday party, and it was like, I mean, and I'm like, so, but everything we'd done was through my ex, and it was like I was always just all there, and I'm like, now I'm doing stuff for myself, by myself, and I'm not having any, but like relying on anybody else to make me money. I'm not having to like, because I was one of these daft lassies. One lesson I always teach my daughter: don't be like, oh, I'm going to marry a rich man and I'm going to like live my best life, and because then you end up with none of your own money, none of your own accomplishments, and then you're sort of trapped. And then it's like I mean, you get to a certain point in your life and you're like, what am I doing? Like, where am I? Who am I? I'm just a mum and I'm just a wife and I'm not me. And that's what Muay Thai was my thing. And when I had my first Muay Thai fight, I was like, this is for me. This is my thing. Nobody can train for you. Nobody can do the work and go and do the hours of training to get in that ring and fight. So that's what it's like. It's like when I walk out and do that slap, no matter what the outcome, it's me that got me there on my own merit and my own training and my own work, and nobody can take that away from me. So I like that part of that.
That was beautiful. I got chills. Look at that, man.
It'd be better if I didn't have a cold and I've got a like rough voice, but
No, you came through clear. You're fine. I love that. So my wife has a similar mindset. She's had a great career, super successful, as far as like in her world, right? And she tells those girls in her salon all the time of like, you need to make a decision that you've only got you.
Yeah.
And you have the opportunity to just be so independent from anything. And I think that message needs to be bigger and bolder because
Yeah.
you grow up, and I don't know what it's like in Scotland, but like in the States, you really do get this weird fucking Disney, I'm going to be a princess and my prince is going to rescue me. And it's just like, baby, it's not like that, you know? And what you just said is so empowering. I love that.
Yeah, oh, no, definitely. And even there's just the fact, like, obviously now I'm single. I've been single for about like 6 months, but obviously, like, I wanted to leave for quite a while, so it's been like mentally a bit longer. But being single and that, and it's like I'm surrounded by men. Like, I am surrounded by men as like I go my Muay Thai gym and stuff. But it's like I'm like in this position now where I'm like I'm not just gonna be with somebody because I need them. I want to be with somebody because I want them, and not because I'm like, oh, I need somebody to look after me. I'm like, oh, if I got a man who could pay my bills or I could do that, I want to be able to support myself. So then somebody coming in isn't like, I mean, I don't want to need somebody and rely on somebody anymore. I want to just be able to be like, they're here as a partnership and not as like a support column that I need. I mean, emotionally, yes, but like financially, you do. You need to, and I think it's really important because I think you lose a lot of yourself when you feel like somebody else is in control of what you have. And as I say, my
No,
ex was never bad. Like my ex was never ever bad. He was like, if I asked for shoes, he'd buy me like a pair of trainers, no problem. But he would never buy like if I needed a Hoover, we didn't have a Hoover. Trying to get this man to buy a fucking Hoover was the hardest thing ever. He would buy the most stupidest shit, spend money on like that. But I'm like, we need like a Hoover. We need drawers for our clothes. Not this week. Not this week. Can I get this? Can I get £500 hair extensions? Yeah, off you go. It was like, but I love having my own money and being in control of my own life. It's so important. I think it's super important.
no, it really is. And like you said, that, sometimes the nice things, they, it doesn't matter. We need drawers. We need the Hoover. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, and when you're independent on your own and being your strong self, you feel all that come back in, right? Like you
yeah,
feel like, oh, I got this.
yeah. And then I got my house, and I'm like, I'm Miss Independent. I can do this. And whoever let me paint should just never like. They should never let me do that again. There's like streaks everywhere. I'm like, I think it looks lovely. And everybody's like, they've made a fucking mess. I'm like, it's fine. I'm like the
It's okay.
opposite. I'm the opposite of OCD. I'm like everything's squint, nothing really sits properly, everything's about falling off. But I'm like, it's good. Just don't touch it. I'll be fine.
Hey, man, that's the best metaphor for life ever. Life is
Yeah,
a beautifully horrible thing.
yeah. Just don't touch it. You'll be fine.
So good. So we go to Abu Dhabi.
Yes.
Thank you for sharing that. By the way, that was beautiful. The match goes the way you want it to in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
Do you do you have aspirations after that to leverage that moment if you win, or is it just it's done and I'm going to take a minute for myself?
Oh no, like I think I would definitely do it again, even like if I don't win. Like, because when you say what like I want to happen, what I want to happen is we go out there and we put on a good show. I don't want to go out. I get the first slap. I want the top, the coin
I
toss.
saw that.
Yeah, but obviously Jackie's a lot more experience and stuff, and she's done a lot more training specifically for this sport, and I've done nothing for this sport. So, like, I think even like obviously nobody wants to lose, but at the same time, I'm also like I know I'm going in completely like a bit like underprepared and everything, but at the same time, I'm like what I want out of this is to just get enough. Like I want to go out there and meet people, and people are going to teach me. Like I've been talking to the Iron Chin, James. He's been
Oh yeah,
helping
he's great.
me, and he's like, we'll meet up. Like well, before, like I'll help you do some stuff. We'll go over stuff. I say with Darren, we'll go over stuff and stuff. And obviously, I think we get a coach. Somebody, the girl was on that Petty Corner with
Oh yeah.
Diana, and she's like, "You get a coach." I'm like, "Oh, do it?" I'm like, "Oh, I never knew that and stuff." So I want to go out there. I feel like this one's just going out there, really getting a feel for the sport, getting more of an idea, so I can come home and train and like be like and come back like so much stronger. Because it's like I want to go out and do it, obviously, and I want to have fun, and I want to be able. Obviously, as I say, I would love to win. It'd be great, but at the same time, I'm like realistic in the fact that I'm completely new. Jackie's had a lot more experience, but I want to go out there and just learn from everybody who's there and really come back next time so much stronger with a lot more confidence in what I'm doing and how it all works. And you know what I mean? So I think it'll be good. I think it'll be fun. I'm just excited.
Just ready to go.
Just ready. I'm ready to learn. That's what I feel like. I feel like I'm ready to learn more than I'm ready to go. I feel like this is the very beginning of something. As you say, like, are you like this is not one and done. This is like I feel like this is the beginning of my like doing this, and I feel like this is my learning curve. This is my opening to this situation, and I'm going to try to just soak it all in and learn as much as I can, and come home and just train, and yeah, next time come back as not the underdog. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I love that. Well, we wish you the best of luck. Thank you so much for coming on. I love this shit so much. I love talking to you, and we're going to be watching. It's going to be on at an awkward hour, I'm sure, in the States here, but we're going to be watching and just cheering everybody on. And I'm so excited for you, Robyn. Thank you so much.
It'll be good. Be fun. We're excited.
All right, hang on for a sec.
No worries.
I got you.